You gotta have balls to come into this place. I'm Gilroy Cunnings and I run Brooklyn Ball Barbers, New York's original manscaping barbershop. Weddings, anniversaries, doctor visits. We cater our services to any occasion. The male genitalia is not the loveliest of God's creations. That doesn't mean your package shouldn't be gift wrapped. Our most popular styles include the lightning bolt, flat tops, bullseyes, the brodazzle, crosshatch, heart shapes, full bald, cornrows, landing strips, and the comb over. A lot of guys who come through these doors just want their rug to match their mug. We do handlebars, truckers, and chaplains. There's no greater source of insecurity for a man than the size, shape, and haircut of his penis. And I like to think that the work I do is therapeutic, even spiritual in nature. Our work covers all areas from the belly button to the chode, and we make sure each customer is fully satisfied before they leave our shop. And not to mention your dick pic game will be second to none. Some customers come in just for the shampoo and massage. We get lots of big names coming in here. Jay-Z, Dwayne Johnson, Ron Howard, the list goes on. And for customers with pubes over 8 inches in length, we can arrange a donation to Cocks of Love, a local charity bringing merkins to those in need. With a straight razor, there is no room for error. I've actually gone through rigorous hand stability training and even had to give up coffee so that I'm steady as possible. And I've found that trimming bushes really helped me trim bushes.
Could I have the bald?
Due to the scrotum's uneven surface, there's only one way to give a fully bald finish.
Don't play with your food is good advice, so I don't play with mine. I dominate it. I'm Eden, and I make BDSM food porn. People think this is just food play, but it's more than that. I'm humiliating food to relish the power relationship I have with it. You like that, you little freak? As a professional dominatrix by day and a foodie by night, it was actually a very natural progression. I realized the tools we use for food prep mirror the tools we use for torture in different types of fetish play. I started with the obvious BDSM dishes, mashed potatoes, kneading dough, scrambled eggs. But as one gets further into this world, you realize the only limits are your own imagination. Everything in my play space adheres to the traditional BDSM motto, safe, sane, and consensual. This actually caused me to become a vegan. I realized as a meat eater, I was in a non-consensual dietary relationship with animals. Sure, plants can't necessarily give consent, but they also can't not give consent, so no safe words needed. Believe it or not, putting rubber bands around a watermelon was actually a part of the BDSM food scene before it went viral as a game for kids. When it comes to bondage, I like to pretend that my meals are just dying to be eaten. So I use restraints to prevent them from being ingested until they just can't take it anymore. You can almost hear this banana moaning in agony. Just like with regular BDSM, the toughest ones to torture are the most exhilarating. You really start to appreciate a pineapple versus an Aaron tomato. Whether it's binding squash, suspending beets, or plugging peaches, I'm finally getting that sense of control that I so desperately seek and lack in everyday life. I used to fantasize about devouring my subs, but now I get to do it literally. And I'm not just nourishing my body, I'm also nourishing my soul. And if people like jerking off to it, that's their business.
Losing my mom was really hard on my dad. But you know what else was hard? His dick. I'm Cheryl Isaacson, the founder of Horny Hospice, the world's first sex-positive senior living community. It's not your grandparents' hospice. Hospice care has always been about addressing a patient's physical, emotional, social, and spiritual needs, but what about their sexual needs? The local nursing homes weren't the right fit for my dad. Too sterile, not enough musk in the air. So I started Horny Hospice. Families can be surprisingly inconsiderate when it comes to their elders' final fantasies. People assume that the sex drive of a senior is low, but that's simply not the case. And the residents of Horny Hospice definitely like to get freaky, except when Wheel is on. Horny Hospice residents are truly nostalgic for the good old days of black and white smut, unless their grandkids taught them how to use Pornhub. At Horny Hospice, we make sure our loved ones are attended to with a wide variety of sex toys and enhancement chemicals. And if they prefer it rough, our staff are fully licensed providers of a variety of BDSM services. Horny Hospice provides suitable and nourishing meals, though patients tend to be less inclined to eat Jell-O than to wrestle in our custom Jell-O wrestling basement. Once the word spread about Horny Hospice, there was a pretty long waiting list. But since we're a hospice facility, we were able to keep that list fairly short. Young people are often afraid of coming to hospice facilities, but we find that grandchildren are the most excited to come visit. But residents are often too busy to say goodbye. Horny Hospice has one goal: to keep your loved ones going till the very end. And with Horny Hospice, I know my dad will go out with a bang.
No shirt, no shoes, no pants, no problem. My name is Carlos, and I run the world's only all-you-can-eat naked buffet. I used to never feel comfortable in my own skin, but then I went to Burning Man. That's when everything changed. I knew how to find a way to help others accept their bodies too. What better way to normalize the human form for Americans than to eat macaroni and cheese off of it? I mean, you are what you eat. In the Buff is a family-friendly, body-positive buffet that has all the staples of a nutritious meal. Salad bars, soups, and plenty of buns. It's also a great way for kids to learn about anatomy. That's why we design our own food pyramid, so when the kids come in, they know exactly what part of the body to grab. Some people think nudity is a big turnoff, but for a lot of our customers, the display actually gets you to try some things you normally wouldn't enjoy. For example, boys aged 11 to 18, sometimes they come here and all they eat is vegetables. People wonder if it's sanitary, but we wash our serving platters off just like every other restaurant. We may not have a Michelin star, but we definitely got a Yelp star. Hiring has been surprisingly easy. We've got a nudist colony in town, we've got some art school models, and even some exotic dancers on staff. It's also really healing for the people that work here. Serving is a form of therapy for them. I believe the human body is not only beautiful, but very appetizing. And I think Americans agree when they visit our restaurant.
The only thing scarier than getting stung by a jellyfish is having nobody to pee on you. Well, that's where I come in. My name is Vince Amico, and I'm a jellyfish sting piss paramedic. Most people just call me Piss Boy, though. At first, some beachgoers were a little uncomfortable with my method of treatment, but as soon as they get stung, they quickly warm up, partially because of the pee. I might not be a trained professional per se, but I would say that my passion for pee easily rivals that of any trained lifeguard. Stay in your lane, Kyle. Stay in your lane. During the busy season, I usually treat about 4 cases an hour, so it's very important that I stay hydrated. I'm drinking water every hour on the hour. I also set up a little reservoir so none of my pee goes to waste. Piss boys require sniper-like precision. The conditions,
Oh my God, please, piss on me right now. Oh
they're
my
just
God.
so variable. They're not always perfect.
Lean in. Yeah, lean in. Okay, there you go.
Needing to pee has never been a problem for me. I have had problems with other people not needing me to pee, which is just tough. There is usually one guy who is always requesting my service, Tony.
There was another one who got me right in the mouth. Okay.
Piss boys get such little respect. Do you guys need any pee, whiz, stuff like that? Here's my card here.
Just go away.
Got it. We are like volunteer firefighters, except we're fighting the burning sensation. Plus, my hose is way bigger. Of course, when I'm not peeing on someone, I'm training, and geez, I'm not even peeing for fun anymore. Plus, I constantly have to watch what I eat. If a patient is particularly shy, for example, we do offer a more privacy-based option. Of course, they will have to endure a few extra seconds of pain, but it's worth it in the end. I am more of a precision-based shooter myself, so for some of our more serious cases, we're calling in the heavy artillery. Piss Girl. Her full body spray technique ensures that no sting is left behind. We're just trying to save lives here. Or at the very least, save your day at the beach. And like every job, you know, piss boys aren't perfect. Sometimes I get caught in the line of fire. You do not want to see me get pissed. Well, piss on myself. You don't want to see that. If I were God or Christ himself, I would just eviscerate all the jellyfish. I hate them.
When a beetle has sex with a beetle, is it still considered doggy style? I'm Jordan Mendoza, and I direct insects porn.
Take it out and put it back in.
Sexual taboos remind us of where our ethical edges are. It's standard human psychology. The more forbidden something is, the more you want it. And I direct just about the most forbidden, nasty stuff in the world.
Grab her by the exoskeleton now.
I came up with the idea when I realized everyone was doing big boobs, big ass porn. I thought, what if I did the opposite? Classic lady on lady action. It's all about finding your niche, and sometimes your niche is about the size of a wormhole. It's casting day. When I told my family I was trying to break into the insects porn industry, they were absolutely disgusted. So I said it more slowly, insects porn. And then they were only mildly disgusted. Take 9, you might think attracting new talent would be difficult, but it turns out they'll work for free as long as you feed them. And I do try to cater to a variety of audiences. I've got dung beetles for ass people, public exhibitionist stuff, and of course your classic water sports. Yes, of course I'm concerned about disease transmission, but all of our talent has been tested for malaria, so no problem there.
Cameras are rolling, okay?
Insect porn stars have incredibly short-lived careers, but they make for great collectibles. There's Daddy Longschlong, star of Hairy Arachnid MILFs. We've got Riley Roach, Tori Thorax, and of course, Antenna Jameson. We're even dipping our toes into the live cam bug arena. Oh shit, I think this bug might be dead. Like with any normal porn set, cleanup can be an issue, but ever since I got Rick on payroll, it's been a snap. This guy is a cunnilingus king. Oh, also, all these bugs are step siblings.